Hey everybody, what's up? It's James from Who Shot the Photographer, and today I'm going to show you something really awesome you can do, and a full tutorial on how to make a Facebook cover video. This is going to be huge, I reckon. Facebook have just brought this out in the last couple of months or so, and I've seen so few people get on this. And if you can do this, it's going to make you stand apart, pretty quickly, and it just looks awesome. So this is my one here. As soon as you go on my Facebook page, you see this pop up here, and immediately it just gives that really cool impression. And I whipped this up in about 10 minutes. So I can only imagine how creative people can really get once this starts to get going. So I'm going to teach you how to do this all on a Mac. I appreciate that obviously not everybody is using a Mac on this. But to be fair, the principles are pretty similar. Usually if you've got something like Sony Vegas, it's going to be pretty similar. All you need to know is the resolution, how to do it. And another cool thing I'm going to show you is how to actually put a preset onto a video using Lightroom. So the three things you'll need for this is you're going to need a Facebook account, you're going to need Movie Cut, what is it? I've just got the software recently, so you'll have to excuse me. Final Cut Pro, I've got Final Cut Pro 10. And also you'll need Adobe Lightroom. Although you don't need to use Lightroom for this. This is just something I'm going to teach you guys how to do. So the first thing first, you want to identify what videos you want to use. Now this was actually done as part of a shoot I did a while ago with this absolutely stunning model, Thomasina. She's absolutely fantastic, really awesome creative to work with. I love her stuff, and she's just absolutely awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to revert that, because one thing people have asked me as well, they've said, James, how can I actually get presets onto a video? Can I do that? And you can. It's really, it's not a very, there's not a very kind of obvious way of doing it, but I'm going to show you how to do this. So, firstly, what you want to do is get your video. Now, this was actually shot on a Canon 5D Mark III with a 35mm f1.4 Sigma art lens, which is the classic lens I love to use in all of my portrait photography most of the time. Now, I did this is completely manually focused, and this is what I've done with all my videos. It's not something I do a lot of at the moment, but I'm very keen to start doing in future. I'm sure there are video cameras out there which can do a better job of kind of automatic focusing. But all of this was done manually focused, so you'll have to excuse me talking over the top of it, but all of this stuff here is just basically me doing this, and it's all manual focus. All of that is just manual focus. I don't have any kind of special software. So what I'd recommend, guys, is get used to that, because that can really help you. So what you want to do is identify the videos. So you can see they're usually videos because you get this little play thing at the bottom here appear in Lightroom when you do select it. Now, these are the two video clips I want to put into the movie as such. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, to get a preset onto a video, super simple. Go to the library section of Lightroom, then go to Save Presets, find your Save Preset, and apply it. The only downside of this is that obviously you can't alter anything unless you actually change it, because I'm pretty sure if I go into the develop mode, it says video is not supported in develop, which is, gotta say, pretty bizarre that you can do everything else just by using this one quick function here. But you can, to be fair, also adjust the exposure. So I might also just tone the exposure down just a little bit, because I know at the end here that's actually a bit better. I'm going to go with that. So you can adjust the exposure and also the vibrance as well, and also do auto tone and the white balance. So there's a little bit of stuff you can do there. So I've done that, and I'm also just going to do it for this one as well. So I'm just going to wait for this to load. Here we go. Let's go to User Presets, GLD2. Yeah, so this was shot using GLD2 from my Comedian Kin preset pack, which gives this really kind of cool bohemian feel. I'll just do it quickly on this just so you guys get a bit of a better understanding of what it does. It creates this really cool kind of bohemian look, and I want that, because it's one of the presets I use most, I want that to be concurrent with all of my stuff, including this video. So here, and then I'm just going to tone that down one, because they were shot at the same exposure. And Bob's your uncle. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to export these. So we're going to right click, select them both, click on export. Now I've already got them in this folder here. That's all sorted out. I want to include the video files. Obviously, I'm going to have it as maximum quality there, and I'm going to remove all the metadata. Oh, actually, let's remove all the metadata. That's just something I like to do as well. It's just basically to keep a bit of privacy for your work. So then we're going to click on export, and I've already done this before, obviously, so we're going to overwrite them. Now it's just exporting the two files there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go into Final Cut Pro. We're going to go into Final Cut Pro 10 next. Now, what we're going to do, whilst that's just exporting it, we're going to make a new project. So I'm going to go up here, click New Project, and we're going to call this Facebook Video Cover Thomasina. Thomasina was the name of the model. So, we've got a little project set up here. So what we're going to do next is basically make sure we get the resolution set up. So what I've done is obviously I've created this here. I'm going to click on that and then go over to the right, make sure the info part here is selected, click on modify settings, and here I'm going to go down to custom. Now what you want to do is put out the specific resolution which Facebook likes, so it's 854 by 480. Now that'll basically mean that it's the best, it's going to be kind of the best possible quality for Facebook there, and if we pop it up to 60 frames per second, that'll be awesome. So we're going to click OK. Now, what we want to do next is actually get the videos into here. Now, there is a way of doing it. You click on Import Media. I find that sometimes it's a bit buggy, so the easiest thing I find to do is actually to minimize this back to the main screen, and I'm going to click on Find It. Now, over here, this is the folder I exported to. I'm going to simply select these two and drag them in here, and it makes it a little bit easier. Now what I want to do is I do want to actually get rid of the audio, so I'm going to detach the audio for both of those, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to delete both of those because I don't want the audio for this. This is meant to be a static Facebook, it's meant to be a static Facebook video, so audio isn't needed. Now what we've got is we've got this in here. That's absolutely fine. That looks awesome. That's going to go really nicely. Now first thing I want to do is get the transition set in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get this. I've opened up, if you click on here, you'll basically see to the right, it's got all these little sliders here. Now first we're going to click on here, and I like this cross dissolve. It's really, really simple, and it's really beautiful for this. I'm just going to literally just pop it in here. There's not enough, it'll come up with this, there's not enough extra media beyond the clip. So what it's going to do is basically saying that it's going to try and squeeze things in here, which is fine. That's what we want to do. So I'm also just going to expand a little bit just to get a little bit more space there. Now, as you can see, I really like this about, I do like this about Final Cut Pro because as you do it, you can actually just kind of very smoothly transition. So you can actually it's a really good scrobbler, I think it's called, scrobbling. So here we go, this is the transition. And you know what? I'm really happy with that. I think that looks absolutely awesome. I'm super happy with that, so I don't need to do anything with it. In your case, you might want to, and I think you can drag up the sides here to kind of make it expand a little bit or not, to kind of bring the cross and fade in better. We're not going to do that. So next thing we want to do is get the text set out. So all I want to do is, I'm in the text section. If you click on the text section, it'll come up with stuff. And here we go. It's got loads of cool stuff you can do here. I mean, I want a very simple thing here. Just a simple thing here because I just want it to be nice and static. And I'm sure you guys can get very, very creative with that. So what we want to do is I want to have it for the whole time my movie's being played. So I'm going to have it about there. Now here we go. You can see title. Now this is where we get to editing the title. What you want to do is double click on this, and it will bring up this little section in the top right hand corner. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to type in here, who shot the photographer. And we're just going to, I just press Control or Command A to select it all. And I'm just going to resize it to about there, I reckon. That's good. And now my subtitle, people can tell I'm a photographer, so I'm not going to put anything else in there, but I'm going to say weddings, portraiture or portraits, and fashion. Now, next thing I want to do is, I don't want this really to be the same size as this. I want it to be more of a subtitle, so I'm just going to drag that down a little bit. And over here you can see it's got these little blue boxes ticked. So I want to get rid of the outline, and I want to get rid of the drop shadow. And I'm also going to do that same for this bit. I want to get rid of the outline and also the drop shadow. Now I want to change the font because I don't like this font. I do usually like something a bit more classic. So what we're going to then do is click on here. And we're going to scroll right down here and see what we can find. Now, I'm pretty sure, I think I recently installed Old Standard. I like Old Standard. This is actually different from the one I just created, but it's more or less this kind of, I like this old look to it. This kind of very, I like this kind of very decorative look. So I'm going to do exactly the same here. And you can actually, as soon as you install fonts, they will turn up here. So as you can see, there's quite a lot in here, already, which is really cool. So here we go. Who shot photographer? Weddings, portraits, fashion, perfect. Now, that is honestly more or less it, guys. So as you can see here, So if we just go right from the start, it just looks really, really cool. I absolutely love it. And yeah, again, this is a really, really simple thing we've done here, guys. This isn't anything too complex. So here we go. That looks great. To be fair, I'm really happy to export that now. So what we want to do next with the exporting is we're going to go to File, Share, and we want to go to Master File. Now what it's going to do, it's going to bring up this, and it's got this really cool thing here, guys, because you can actually preview it how it looks here by doing this. You know, really, really awesome thing. Now, you want to go to Settings, Computer. So from here, you've got video and audio and all this stuff, but it won't let you alter the resolution that much. So what you want to do is you want to get Computer, because that'll actually let you do a better. It'll actually let you choose the quality and a few other things, which is really good. I don't want chapter markers at all. And here, for example, it gives you all the information. It's going to be encoded at 854 by 480 at 60 frames per second. Stereo, the time is 25 seconds. It's going to be saved as an MPEG-4 movie, which is good for compression. And also, it's got 17 megabytes, about that much, which is perfect. So we're going to click on Next. Now for this, I'm just going to save it to the desktop because, you know, that's where we want to have it. Now what will happen is it'll just be quietly encoding in the background. You won't see anything kind of pop up and be like, hey, I'm encoding this. You know, it's going to be something a bit more gradual. Another thing people asked me as well was the worry that, you know, if you've got a client, for example, who lands on your page and sees your, you know, they see you doing video and they're like, wow, you know, this guy can, or this girl can do video. That's awesome. Don't feel like you need to, you know, you need to say, oh yeah, I do actually do video, because somebody kind of said, look, you know, I'm not actually a videographer. I'm worried people are going to think that I am, and they won't, because, you know, you could just say you outsourced it or it was made for you. You know, if you think about people who do adverts, like, you know, say for example, I went on Jaguar's page, you know, they had this really professional looking video. You know, they're not a video unit. You know, they don't make videos as, you know, they make cars. But, you know, I appreciate the photography is kind of very similar to videography in a way, but you don't need to worry about that, guys, is the bottom line. You know, that won't happen. And here we go. This has just popped up as the finished product. It looks awesome. Here it is. Really, really sick. This is really, really cool. So what you want to do now is upload it to Facebook. So we're going to go back to Facebook all the way over here. And this is what will happen. You'll click on here. As you see, it should pop up here. You'll see the little video icon. Click on upload/photo/video. And then what we'll do is we will go to Lightroom finished products. Actually, we're going to go to my desktop. Here we go. So here it is. Where is it? This is the one here. So what I'll do is I'll click on choose, and it'll do a video upload, and it'll go through all of this. It's going to ask me to do that again. I'm not going to obviously change it. I've already got my one up there. I'm really happy with it. But this is what you'll go through, guys, and it's really honestly as simple as this. I'd say all you need is you need Final Cut Pro, or you need a very similar video editor. You know, get the resolution right, and also now that you know how to put presets onto Lightroom as well, you know, it's really, really easy, and it's something which is really powerful. Yeah, guys, so I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please comment below and let me know what you think. You know, let me know if it's like, you know, you think, wow, this is the next big thing. This is awesome. Give me a thumbs up as well, and also subscribe, because I have loads of videos like this coming out, and I always love to help people, you know, with specific requests. This was a request because somebody saw I did this and they were like, whoa, how do you do this? Yeah, guys, so thanks a lot. As I say, kind of videos encoding now. It should finish up pretty soon, but this is how to do it, and it's a really powerful way to get a really, really awesome engagement with all of your fans and everyone. So, yeah, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye.